Back at it here on Kansas Sports Chatter. It's time for some basketball chatter, and we'll bring in a Chuck Chaney. He is with the Butler County Times-Gazette, among many titles, sports editor, whatever you want to call it. But Chuck joining us here and covering a lot of those Butler County area teams, and that's what we want to talk about. So some of those teams, some of those storylines that are shining in your community. But first of all, the holidays coming up. Any big holiday traditions for you and your family?
We're Oklahoma City Thunder fans.
Okay.
We're season ticket holders, so on Christmas you'll know where I'll be. I'm going. So I go to as many games as I possibly can. I got a big. I'm never not a tattoo guy, but I have one of the mascot from when we won the title this year. So, but yeah, that's what I'll be doing on Christmas.
So you're gonna have to get a tattoo every time they win.
So I'll have to show you. But like he's like the mascot's doing this. He's cheering in one hand. He's got the trophy. So if they win again, I can add another trophy to the other hand.
There you go.
It's actually playing. Me and the artist did that. When I told that, my wife was like, "You a tattoo?" And I'm like, "Yeah, 100%." It was the most painful thing I've experienced, and I broke my ankle before.
And now when they win more than two, then you're gonna have to start getting creative. Like maybe he's juggling them or something like that. But
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hopefully.
All right. Well, high school basketball for you. What stood out? You can go girls on the girls' side or on the boys' side. What stood out, or maybe a team that's really had a good start?
Man, we got so many good basketball teams here in Butler County. Like we got individual titles. You look at Emily O'Brien, the Lady Broncos are 4-0 for Remington. She's averaging 31 points a game. And she sat quarters. They won the Remington tournament, and she is so aggressive. And like she's guarding 1 through 5. She's over 6 foot, but they're playing her at the 1. They're playing her at the 5. They're really just one to keep it entertained because like a player of that caliber can get kind of bored at this level. She's going to Northeastern State next year, Division II in Oklahoma, but she is the real deal. Like, and I was told as a freshman. Her sister was Kaylee O'Brien, who went to Tabor, and they're like, she's going to be better. And sure enough, here we go. She can hit the three. She drives off the dribble. She cuts. She plays defense. She looks for outlets. And one thing her coach, Ricky Snyder, told me is that she's so competitive in practice. Is that like they do a drill, Emily told me, is where they try to score on her, and she wants to win every single time. And she goes, that competitive is pushing all of her teammates into games, and they're blowing the doors off people right now. So I'm excited for them to get into conference play because their league play is tough, and they're really going to get a challenge. But I think they're ranked right now, and I think the coaches are showing that respect. But I think they're one of the best teams in 2A.
All right, what about the El Dorado Lady Cats?
Lady Cats they're having one of their best seasons since 2007. They got third place in the Cheney tournament. They come back. I remember being down by 10 in the fourth quarter. A typical Lady Cat team in the years past. They probably get a running clock in that fourth quarter. A team would run up, but they fought back, 18-2 run. They're closing very well. They've competed against some really tough teams. They pushed Cheney to the brink the other night.
Yeah.
And so they are much improved. And I think that goes back to Chance Whitehead. Chance Whitehead and Augusta and Lom was an All-American at Sterling for football. He's brought in this swagger, this competitiveness, and he's 25, 26, and the kids relate to him. And one girl said he understands our brain rot. And I thought that was a good because I think nowadays I don't know how much we understand this generation. And so I think him relating to it and understand what these girls are going through. I think he graduated in 2018. So he fully kind of understands what like high school sports are about now. And so, and they're fun. They play aggressive. They're physical, and they're no longer beat when they step on the floor. In the past years, like, okay, let's not get blown out. Now they're like, no, we're going to win games.
Nice.
And so I love that. And they're so much fun to watch because they pass the ball, they set screens, they're calling out switches. And for me as a basketball junkie, that's fun. It's been a lot of fun. And the last girls team I want to talk about, I don't know how many I can talk about, but the Flint Hills girls 4-1. They pushed Pretty Prairie, the 2022 state title team, to in the Fairfield Invitational. Pushed them to the final seconds. They lost late, couldn't hit free throws. I think they were like 2 for 18 in the game. But if they hit their free throws, they're pushing one of the best teams in 1A. And so Daniel Scribner's got a good team. Alex Scribner, she literally was double up and down the floor for 32 minutes, and she still ended up with almost a double-double. So they got some ballers over there in Rosalia. I think because where they're at in the county, they get overlooked, but they're a fun team, girls-wise.
All right, on the boys' side, what are some headlines that we need to know around the Butler County area?
I'm going back to Flint Hills. Jake Hunter is Steph Curry, man. He can light it up from the logo. I know the high school field court is 10 feet shorter, but it doesn't matter. He'll hit it from the logo. He'll hit it from three. He'll cut you on the back, and then if you want to double him, he'll just find his teammates to the basket. He's got a couple really big, nice post players. But Flint Hills 4-1. Their one loss is to Reno County Homeschool. If you don't know about Reno County Homeschool, they're pretty good. They got some good ballers, and they've already played like 20 games. But they led them late. They were up 50-49 in the Fairfield tournament. Just couldn't close it, but they're really good. I think they are going to make some noise in the SCBL, South Central Border League. I think they need to find someone other than Jake if they want to be a really dangerous team. But with Jake alone, I think he's averaging like 26 points a game, and so I think he's going to be dangerous. Then there's the Douglas Bulldogs. We know about them for wrestling. They're a wrestling power, like perennial team. But they are 4-1 in basketball this year. They finished just at fifth at the South Haven tournament last week or a week or two ago. But 4-1, it's the most wins they've had at this point, kind of like El Dorado girls. Last year, they only won 6 games. The year before that, they won 3. And the year before that, they won 2. So they are improving. They're a young team. They're fast. They're physical. And I like to watch them play. They're a lot of fun. But the best player in the county, though, Cole, his name is Walker McClellan. If you don't know him, you should. He is a 6'7", lanky wing player who can defend. He can take it up, dribble. I'm saying this, and I'm not saying he's the same player, but I get a lot of Grady Dick when I watch him play.
Okay, yeah.
He's long, he's lengthy, he's fast. He can shoot the three. He'll take you he can hit his free throws. He'll play really good defense. And that team under new coach Trey O'Neill, I was a little worried on what they were going to look like because at Trey and Hewiton, they were a little slower pace. Now this team, they're still going. They're high flying Cloud City, and Andover boys, they're legitimate second, third, and 5A, but number 1 in 5A, obviously Cape, and they return almost everyone. It felt like.
Impressive stuff.
Yeah.
Good storylines there, Chuck. Appreciate it. Enjoy that OKC game. All right.
Man, I'm excited. Let's go Thunder.
Chuck Chaney joining us here, the sports content editor for Cherry Road Media and with Butler County Times-Gazette.